Okay, I'm Chief Warrant Officer 4, Vic Pinion, U.S. Navy retired, telling some of my sea stories. This is a continuation of some of my plaques that I received during the course of my career. This is one of my proudest ones. This is a piece of the actual flight deck planking of the USS Oriskany. I served aboard the Oriskany as the Cat number 1, Cat Captain. And before that, I was a second class, I was a topside petty officer, below deck petty officer, and maintenance petty officer, and several other titles. But this plaque, this is an old A4 T-bar that the paint's been sandblasted off of, and it was chromed. And it was mounted on here. Bosun Hose Turner personally mounted this T-bar on this plaque. He also had the name tag made up with my name, and although I've been the Cat Captain, so let me read you what he put on here. It says, Victor P. Pinion, ABE-1, Starboard Catapult Captain, First in the Fleet, USS Oriskany CVA34, August 1965 to March 1969. One of my proudest plaques. This plaque does look like plaque, does it? Looks like Mickey Mouse. Well, Mickey is my buddy. That plaque and this certificate go kind of hand in hand. But my first job as a warrant officer in the Navy, after I got out of Night Fork School, was at the Naval Air Station, Moffit Field, California. I was assigned as the runway support officer, the transit line officer, crash crew officer, base taxi cab officer, and publications message runner officer in the operations department. What a tour duty. It only lasted 7 months. Well, the captain of the base, Captain Adams, offered me my choice of 2 jobs. He said he needed good leadership in those 2 areas. One was the base security, and the other one was the transit line crash crew runway support job. I chose the crash crew runway support transit line job. He told me with a roll of his eyes that it was the most screwed up outfit on his base. And I told him, well, Captain, that's right down my alley. Not being screwed up, but I can have them squared away in 3 months. He rolled his eyes again. Commented it takes him a year. So I reported aboard, got all checked in, and I went down the next morning and I introduced myself to the crew at quarters for muster. Well, they were poorly organized. They had been organized to not involve the division officer or chief. And consequently, they were pretty bad screwed up. Every time there was trouble on the base anywhere, they was involved somehow. Well, my daughter, Teresa, I call her little sister or kid little, she gave me this little Mickey Mouse doll. She probably doesn't remember it, but I do. Thanks, kiddo. I set this doll, when I set up my desk the day before, afternoon before, I set this little Mickey Mouse on my desk. He's just sitting there right there on the edge of the desk, looking smart. Yeah, I love little Mickey Mouse. That first morning at quarters, 2 second-class ABHs were missed quarters entirely. They were late. So I told the leading petty officer, I said, I want to see him in my office when he get here. He said, well, Bosun, it's not a problem. Some of the other guys in the office go in sections to stay here till they get here. He said, it's routine. I said, not anymore. I want everybody to make quarters for muster in the proper uniform, period. You don't be late from quarters for muster. And I don't accept that. I want to see them in my office. They arrived in cities with their dungarees in their hand. Appeared in my office in cities. And I commented on that, but I wanted them in their uniforms before quarters for muster every morning and for them to be at quarters for muster. And I asked them, now, why are you guys late? They started tap dancing and excuse making and no. Finally I told them, I said, look, And I pointed at my desk at Mickey Mouse. And I told him, I said, what y'all are telling me, you're feeding me a bunch of Mickey Mouse crap. And this little guy over here, he's the only one giving me Mickey Mouse crap. I accept it from him, but not from you or anybody else. Is that clear? Yes, sir. I said, okay. Get out of my office. I don't want to see you back in here again or you screwed up. And don't be late for quarter in the morning. They were never late again. They liked that Mickey Mouse thing. They told the rest of the crew the bosun only takes crap from Mickey Mouse himself. I love that. When we 3 months later, we were recognized for being the best outfit on the base. From the worst to the best in 3 months. The executive officer and the commanding officer would send other division officers, chiefs, and leading petty officers to spend a day with us to see how we did business. My goodness, it makes the old heart pump. I was on the right track leadership-wise, I'm telling you. I was proud of that. Now, I was only there for 7 months before I transferred out to go to the USS Midway as the Captain Gear Maintenance Officer. They threw a big party, going away party for me. One of my favorite kinds is at a ball field where you're playing softball and you're barbecuing and you're swapping lives and telling sea stories and stuff, you know. And I was really surprised the captain, the executive officer, all of the department heads from the base came to that party. And all of my crew, all 22 of them, appeared there at the party. And we barbecued some chicken, and one second-class aviation from Hawaii used his old family recipe for teriyaki chicken. They did a number 3 wash tub for them. It was good, and he gave me the recipe, and I still use it to this day. Now, that was in 1976. Okay? When I transferred out, they presented me with an attaboy. One attaboy. And let me read it. And it's signed by the members of that crew and by the commanding officer of the base and several of those department heads. It said, certificate. For your very outstanding performance, you are awarded one attaboy. Attaboy, Vic. You done good. 1,000 attaboys qualifies you to be a leader of men. To work overtime with a smile, explain assorted problems to management, and be looked upon as a local hero without a raise in pay. You are hereby awarded one attaboy. Caution. Note. 1 oh shit wipes out 1,000 attaboys. I designed the program, the basic program, but I didn't know what else I was going to do. So I went to the capsule rep, who was the second one since I've been aboard.